What if I told you that the biggest reason for weaker, softer erections after 60 isn't age? I know, it's what most men believe. That as you get older, you just have to accept that your body slows down, that intimacy becomes less frequent, less exciting, and eventually feels out of reach. But here's the truth. It's not about age, it's about circulation. You see, in my 30 years as a board-certified urologist specializing in men's health, I've seen this pattern again and again. Men come in worried that their testosterone has dropped too far, or that their desire has faded for good. And yes, hormones do play a role. But what I've found, time and time again, is that the true foundation of male performance lies in blood flow. Without strong circulation, nothing works the way it should. Energy drops. Confidence fades. And that spark, that sense of power and connection slowly disappears. But here's the good news. You can turn it around. And not with another prescription or blue pill that comes with a list of side effects longer than the benefits. Instead, I'm going to share something that you probably already have in your kitchen right now. A simple, natural drink made from 4 powerful ingredients. When combined the right way, it can support healthy blood flow, boost nitric oxide production, and help you feel stronger, more confident, and more in control in under 30 minutes. No, I'm not exaggerating. I've watched this exact formula change the lives of hundreds of my patients, men who thought their best years were behind them, only to discover that they weren't broken. They were just missing the right tools. Oh no. That's what this video is about, giving you those tools. In just a moment, I'll walk you through each ingredient, why it works, how to prepare it, and what kind of results you can expect. I'll even share one small trick that turns this drink from good into something truly extraordinary. But before we dive in, let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you felt like yourself? Not just physically, but emotionally, connected, confident, alive. For many of the men I work with, it's been years. And that loss isn't just about performance. It's about identity. It's about what it means to feel like a man. Strong, capable, and deeply connected to the person you love. If any of that resonates with you, I want you to know something. You are not too old. You are not too far gone. And your body still wants to work for you. You just need to give it what it needs. So if you're ready, I invite you to keep watching. Because over the next few minutes, we're going to take this one step at a time. No hype, no gimmicks, just real science, real results, and a chance to reclaim something powerful inside of you. This journey starts with a glass, but what it gives back might be much more. Let's begin. Let's start with the very first ingredient, and honestly, it's the foundation of everything we're going to talk about. You've probably seen it in salads, maybe even juiced it once or twice. But most men over 60 have no idea that this simple root vegetable could be the key to turning their circulation around in minutes. I'm talking about beetroot, and specifically, beetroot juice. Now I'll be the first to admit, it's not glamorous, it doesn't taste like a milkshake, but the science behind it? Absolutely worth your attention. Here's why. Beets are packed with something called natural nitrates. When you consume them, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, a molecule that acts like a signal to your blood vessels. It tells them, hey, relax, open up, let the blood flow. And when that blood flows, everything changes, not just in your heart or your brain, but also where it matters most, below the belt. I've had patients who thought their testosterone was the issue, or that they were just getting too old. But once we supported their circulation, they came back with a smile I hadn't seen in years. You see, strong, lasting erections aren't powered by magic or masculinity alone. They're powered by blood flow. And beetroot juice is one of the most powerful natural ways to get that flow moving. Let me give you a quick story. There was a man named Richard, 67, retired electrician, sharp mind, proud father of 4. He came in with that look I've seen too many times. Quiet frustration. He told me, Doc, I feel like I've lost something. I'm not weak, I just don't feel alive anymore. I recommended a simple shift. 1 glass of beetroot juice each morning, first thing, on an empty stomach. 1 week later, he called me. Not for another appointment, but to say, "Thank you." He told me he hadn't felt that kind of energy in years, and his wife had noticed too. Now, I'm not saying it was just the beets, but they started something, and that's the beauty of nitric oxide. It works fast. A study from the University of Exeter found that beetroot juice can boost nitric oxide levels by 16% in just a matter of minutes. Not days, not weeks, minutes. That kind of speed is rare in natural health, and it's why I always begin here, and the benefits don't stop at intimacy. Beets also help lower blood pressure, fight inflammation, support liver detox, and improve oxygen delivery to your brain. It's not just about performing better, it's about feeling better, living better, and yes, loving better. So how do you make it? It's simple. Take 2 medium-sized beets, give them a good rinse, but don't peel them. The skin has valuable nutrients. Chop them roughly, toss them in a blender with half a cup of water, and blend until smooth. That's your circulation igniting base. No need for fancy equipment, no waiting rooms. Just real nutrition, delivered directly to the system that needs it most. Now, this is just the beginning. Beetroot juice opens the door. But what happens when we add something that forces that door wide open and sends a wave of heat and power rushing through your bloodstream? Trust me, you'll want to feel what's coming, so stay with me. We're about to turn up the heat in the best way possible. Now that we've opened the door to better blood flow with beetroot juice, it's time to turn up the heat. Literally. Because the next ingredient I'm going to share doesn't just help circulation, it accelerates it. It creates a rush of warmth, energy, and power that you can actually feel moving through your body. It's something you've probably had in your kitchen your entire life, but never realized it could help transform your health as a man. I'm talking about cayenne pepper. Yes, that fiery red spice that makes chili hot and wakes up your tongue. But inside that heat is something called capsaicin, a compound that works as a natural vasodilator, meaning it expands your blood vessels and allows more blood to flow through them, faster and with more pressure. And that's exactly what you want. You see, beetroot juice starts the flow, but cayenne pepper pushes it forward, like adding fire to the engine. Let me tell you about Tom, 67, former Navy officer, still in good shape, still working out, eating clean, doing all the right things. But when he came to me, he was frustrated. "Doc," he said, "I'm doing everything they told me to, but I don't feel the fire anymore." I handed him a small note that just said, "Add 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne to your beet juice." He looked at me like I'd lost my mind, but he did it. A week later, he came back, smiling from ear to ear. "The fire," he said, "is back. That heat you feel when you take cayenne, that tingling in your chest, your belly, even your face, it's not just a spice reaction. That's blood moving. That's your circulation accelerating. And the science backs it up. A 2017 study from Laval University in Canada showed that capsaicin can increase nitric oxide levels by 24% within minutes and improve overall vascular function by over 30% in just a few weeks. And what does that mean for you? It means firmer, faster, longer-lasting erections. It means lower blood pressure, better heart function, and more sustained energy throughout your day. But cayenne pepper isn't just good for blood flow. It also boosts your metabolism, helping you burn fat, reduces inflammation, especially in joints, improves digestion and heart health. And for older men who may feel like they're slowing down, that warmth, that inner fire, is a sign that your body is waking back up. Now let me be honest, this ingredient isn't subtle. You'll feel it the first time you try it. Some men are surprised by the heat, but they love what it does. Because that heat is a signal. It says you're alive, you're moving, you're strong again. And when you combine cayenne with beetroot, you get a 1-2 punch. One opens the door, the other kicks it wide open and sends life flooding back in. This is why I never recommend just one ingredient in isolation. When you use them together, you're creating momentum. You're building a system that works with your body, not against it. So here's what I want you to try. Take the beetroot blend we made earlier and simply stir in 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Start small if you're new to it. Trust me, you'll still feel the difference. Drink it in one go and let the warmth tell you it's working. From here, we go even deeper. Because now that we've opened the blood vessels and ignited the system, it's time to keep that power going. And for that, we need something even more targeted. Something I call rocket fuel for male performance. Stay with me. We're just getting started. Now that your blood vessels are open and your circulation is heating up, the next step is keeping that flow going. Strong, steady, and reliable. Because the truth is, starting the engine is one thing. Keeping it running like a high-performance machine is something else entirely. And that's where L-arginine and L-citrulline come in. I call this combination rocket fuel for male performance. Not because it's flashy or hyped, but because it works deeply, consistently, and with lasting impact. Let me explain how it works, simply. Your body needs nitric oxide to relax blood vessels and allow healthy blood flow. But to create that nitric oxide, it needs raw materials, and L-arginine is one of the most important ones. Think of it like the fuel line. If there's not enough L-arginine in the system, nothing flows, no matter how open the pipes are. But here's the catch. L-arginine by itself breaks down quickly in the body. That's where L-citrulline steps in. It helps your body recycle and sustain arginine levels, so you get more consistent, longer-lasting nitric oxide support. They're a powerful pair, like two teammates working in perfect sync. Let me tell you about Robert, 72 years old, former music teacher, quiet man. When he sat down in my office, he said something I'll never forget. "I don't feel like a man anymore, Doc. Not just in bed, in life." That hit me hard. Because I know that feeling isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's about identity. So I put him on a simple routine: beetroot and cayenne in the morning, then a daily blend of L-arginine and L-citrulline. 3 weeks later, he walked into my office with his shoulders back, a slight grin on his face. "My wife noticed," he said, "and so did I. You see, this combo doesn't just give you a short-term boost. It restores your ability to feel strong, ready, and fully engaged again. And it's backed by science. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men who took L-arginine and L-citrulline together reported a 68% improvement in erection firmness within a few weeks. But that's not all. These amino acids also reduce muscle soreness after activity, improve heart function, increase stamina, and support deeper, more restorative sleep. In other words, they recharge your whole system, not just one part of it. Here's how to add it to your daily blend. After blending your beetroot and cayenne, simply stir in 1.5 teaspoons of L-arginine powder and 1.5 teaspoons of L-citrulline powder. Mix it thoroughly. No fancy steps, just honest ingredients supporting your body the way nature intended. Then drink it down all at once, not slowly, so your body can absorb it efficiently and direct it where it matters most. I've seen this formula change lives, from quiet doubt to confident action, from fatigue to fire. And I want that for you. Now, before we head into the final ingredient, one that sweetens the deal and ties everything together, I have a quick favor to ask. If this message is speaking to you, if you've learned something valuable so far, hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell. Not just because it supports the channel, but because this is part of a full journey we're taking together. And I don't want you to miss the next breakthrough. Your health, your confidence, your connection. They're worth it, all right? Next up, we add something ancient, powerful, and surprisingly sweet. And it just might become your favorite part. Let's keep going. We've built a solid foundation. Beetroot to open the vessels, cayenne to ignite the flow, and L-arginine with L-citrulline to keep it going strong. Now it's time for the final piece, the finisher, the ingredient that ties it all together, enhances everything you've already done, and locks in the benefits. It's sweet, it's ancient, and it might just surprise you. I'm talking about pomegranate juice. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Isn't that just something women drink for antioxidants? That's exactly what one of my patients, Frank, said to me. He was 74, skeptical as ever, but willing to try anything that didn't come in a prescription bottle. I smiled and told him, "Frank, those antioxidants? They're exactly what your blood vessels have been waiting for." And sure enough, a few weeks later, he came back grinning. "Doc," he said, "my wife already bought the second bottle." Let's break down why this works. Pomegranate juice is packed with polyphenols, natural compounds that protect your arteries and help increase nitric oxide by over 25%. That means even stronger circulation, even longer lasting results, and even more endurance. But it's not just about blood flow. Pomegranate also helps reduce plaque buildup in your arteries, supports healthy testosterone production, improves heart function and stamina. And unlike artificial solutions, it doesn't force your body to act. It supports it, so it can do what it was always meant to do, naturally and confidently. There's also something deeply symbolic about pomegranate. Throughout history, it's been seen as a fruit of vitality, masculinity, and renewal. The deep red color, the richness, it's more than just nutrition. It's a reminder of who you are and what you're still capable of. Let me give you a real-world perspective. After years of helping men regain their strength and confidence, I've come to see this drink not just as a health tonic, but as a turning point. Why? Because it's simple, it's powerful, it works with your body, not against it, and most importantly, it gives you back something you thought was gone. So here's how to add pomegranate to your performance blend. After you've mixed your beetroot, cayenne, L-arginine, and L-citrulline, pour in half a cup of 100% pure pomegranate juice, not from concentrate, and with no added sugar. Give it one last stir, then drink it all, in one go. This isn't a smoothie to sip while watching TV. This is a formula designed to wake up your system and prime your body for real results. And here's a tip. For best results, take it on an empty stomach, about 30 to 45 minutes before intimacy or physical activity. That way, your body absorbs every drop and sends it exactly where it's needed. You can drink it daily if you'd like to build long-term vascular health, or just before important moments when you want to show up at your best. Either way, you'll notice something shift, not just in your body, but in how you carry yourself, how you show up in your relationships, and how you feel when you look in the mirror. This isn't just about improving performance. It's about restoring pride, reclaiming energy, and reconnecting with the part of you that never stopped being strong. It just needed a little help waking up. Let's keep going. By now, you've seen the power of each ingredient on its own. Beetroot to open your blood vessels, cayenne to fire up circulation, L-arginine and L-citrulline to keep that energy flowing, and pomegranate juice to tie it all together. But here's the truth. How you combine and consume these ingredients matters just as much as the ingredients themselves. I've worked with men who tried these things separately, taking beet juice one day, L-arginine the next, a glass of pomegranate here and there. And while they felt something, it wasn't enough. Why? Because the real impact comes when you use the right ingredients, in the right amounts, with the right timing. So let me walk you through exactly how I teach this formula in my clinic, step by step. Step 1. Prepare your nitric oxide base. Start with 2 medium-sized raw beets. Wash them thoroughly, but don't peel them. The skin holds valuable nutrients. Roughly chop them and place them in a blender with half a cup of water. Blend until smooth. You'll get a thick, vibrant red liquid. That's your nitric oxide base, the foundation of the whole formula. Step 2. Add the heat. Next, sprinkle in 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If you're new to it, start with 1/4 teaspoon. Stir it well into the beet mixture. You'll feel that kick. It's the sign your circulation is waking up. Step 3. Add the rocket fuel. Now stir in 1½ teaspoons of L-arginine powder and 1½ teaspoons of L-citrulline powder. These should fully dissolve into your beet cayenne blend. This step turns your drink from a warm-up into a full power system for strong, lasting blood flow. Step 4. Seal it with sweetness. Finally, pour in half a cup of 100% pure pomegranate juice. Not from concentrate, no added sugar. Stir it thoroughly. And there it is, your full performance-boosting formula, ready to go. How to drink it. Drink the entire blend in one go. This isn't a beverage to sip slowly. It's a targeted formula designed to flood your body with nitric oxide and prime you for real performance. I call this intention meets transformation. When to drink it. The best time to drink this is on an empty stomach, 30 to 45 minutes before intimacy or physical activity. This gives your body enough time to absorb and direct the nutrients where they matter most. Some men drink it daily to build long-term vascular strength. Others use it before important moments when they want to show up at their best. Both approaches are valid. What to expect? Most men start to feel something within 20 to 30 minutes. A warm rush of energy, a clearer mind, better focus, and a confidence they haven't felt in years. But here's the best part. The more consistently you use it, the more your body responds. It's not about forcing results. It's about rebuilding the system from within, one powerful step at a time. You're not chasing performance. You're reclaiming your natural vitality. This formula doesn't just support your body. It reminds you that you still have strength, you still have purpose, and your story is far from over. You've come this far. You've learned. You've listened. You've taken the first steps. Now give yourself the chance to feel the difference. Because sometimes, all it takes is one glass, taken the right way, at the right time, to help you remember who you truly are. If you've made it this far, I want to take a moment, not to teach, not to explain, but to speak to you as one man to another. Because I know this journey we've taken together, it's not really about ingredients. It's about what it means to feel like yourself again, to feel strong, capable, desirable. To look at your reflection and recognize the man staring back at you, not as someone fading, but someone reclaiming something powerful. Over the past 30 years, I've treated thousands of men. Different backgrounds, different stories, but one thing was always the same. They didn't come to me just because something wasn't working. They came because they were starting to feel invisible, disconnected, like a part of them had quietly slipped away, and they didn't know how to get it back. And I'm here to tell you, you can, what we've explored together. The beetroot, the cayenne, the amino acids, the pomegranate juice. It's not a magic trick. It's not a cure-all. And it's certainly not about becoming someone you're not. It's about giving your body the chance to do what it was always capable of, with the right support. Because you're not too old, you're not too far gone. You don't need permission to feel alive again, to take care of yourself, to reconnect with your partner, to stand taller, to speak with clarity, to remember what it feels like to wake up in the morning with purpose, energy, and desire. Your story isn't over. In fact, for many men I've worked with, it's only just begun. At 60, 70, even 80 years old. And I'm not talking about just physical results. Yes, the body responds. But the biggest change? It happens in the eyes, in the posture, in the way a man reclaims his voice, his presence. It's the shift from, maybe I'm past my prime, to, I'm still here. And I still matter. So here's what I want you to walk away with. You don't have to settle. You don't have to pretend this part of your life is over. Because it's not. Everything we've talked about, every ingredient, every step, it's a tool. Not just for performance, but for dignity, for intimacy, for identity. And even if you've tried things before that didn't work, that's okay. Start here. Start now. You don't need to commit to perfection. Just try. One drink, one step. One day where you choose to say, I'm not giving up on myself. Because the man you've always been, he's still in there. And sometimes all it takes is the right support, the right moment, and the right message to bring him back to life. You've got more in you than you think. And you deserve to feel it again. This is your time. Let it begin.